It's starting. Yeah, it's not the one I created.
I'm live.
Right, we're live. Hi, everyone. I was just having a quick chat with Leanne about whether I've got the links right or not this time. And as I'm looking over at my other computer, yep, I can see that's doing that. Just having a quick. And
Is that me or you?
That. No, it's me. That was me. I'm now going to, I don't know how you do this. Having these two computer screens open at the same time, I still got to finesse that. I don't know how.
It's technology, Rose.
And it's still doing the volume. Hang on, mute it.
Yeah.
Having these two computer screens open at the same time, I still got to time delay. I'm just going to close it. I'll just close that computer. I won't do it till I know what I'm doing. Because currently, right at the moment, I have got my phone also feeding in, as I just showed you earlier. So, hi everyone. Deep breaths and just relaxing into the morning because it's taken this long for me really to actually relax. And I know for you too, Leanne. How's your morning started?
It's been very hectic. Would you believe? No hot water this morning. Ran to Adelaide, come home, jumped in the shower. Thankfully, the water had reheated by then, and just in time to go live. So I'm looking a bit scruffy. The hair's wet. I feel like a drowned poodle.
Well, you don't look it from here, but what I'm looking at, it is just that little screen that we get in the background, isn't it?
Yeah,
Melissa. Tari, there you go. Look, I did connect with my twin sister and say, if you're interested, just watch. So she says, morning, Twinny, just so I know that at least I sent her the right link. Because it's that part that I'm sort of a bit confused about. Yeah. Natasha, she's here too. So hi to everyone. And those who are going to be watching the replay as well. Because it's the one thing that's good with this stuff. It's recorded.
It is. It's
good. And since what we do here is more intuitive and go with the flow as a chat style, the thing that came to my mind when I first woke up this morning is my hair. As you can see, it's longish and it's curly. And it's going back to grey. So I thought, well, I'd just show that off and we could almost have an entire discussion around hair. But do we really want to do that?
Do you know what I call my grey? Mine are actually quite good at the moment. I call mine the skunk tail. It's like a strip down the middle.
Oh, look, when I first started getting the greys happening, it was just the little dot somewhere, and I can't even remember where. And what it actually looked like as it started going grey. Hi, Shaz, as well. Sharon Bremner's here.
Hey, Sharon.
It's, the little dot that was there and you didn't worry about it too much. It was easy enough to just, brush it and hide all that. Yeah. But the more it's grown, and what it did was instead of being nice, down the sides and looking like nice stripes and genteel and suave and all that, it looked like the little pigeon poop, that was sort of sitting on top. And then the next time that I really took notice, it was growing that little bit bigger and bigger and bigger. So, in the end, it looked like the bloody looked like the pelican was flying around over top, and it was patchy. It was like someone had put the bowl of grey colour just sitting there. So I did decide at that point to get it coloured until it grew out to being all grey, really. And it's still not really done that. I've still got the dark stuff underneath. Darker grey. I don't know. I haven't let it be entirely total natural.
Is that what they call salt and pepper? Is that what they call salt and pepper? Where you got the different shades?
Yeah, but I still haven't really got that. Salt and pepper, I think, is more the sprinkles of it, so that it's it's gently melding into being that lovely colour of grey. Grey is a colour. It's just
it is, and some people can wear it really lovely. I just don't at the moment.
Yeah.
So I'm not ready for that part of my life.
Yeah. Well, any of us really ready for it? Oh, thanks.
No.
Sorry. My sister saying, oh, look, I'll just put that comment up. Perhaps colour it silver. Now, I think most of my rallies, the grandmas and the nanas, I think one of them was a really silvery, nice grey, and the other one was probably more a white, which, I mean, you just go what colour you do.
You do. We're all different.
Yeah, but it's not so much what I was actually sort of thinking of in the morning. It was just, God, how do you tame it? How do I just do anything? Because I get so many compliments when it's like this and sort of tame, because I washed it this morning, so I can do something a bit more decent with it. Yeah. But it's the other times, it's the how much work am I prepared to put into sort of looking reasonable, if you get what I mean.
That's it, and that's where it's hard. It's finding the time in the day to give back to ourselves as well and take that time. I'm a bit like you, Roz. Get up, have a shower in the morning, and get on with my day, and not, worry about dry cleaning, blow drying the hair, or too much makeup if I can get away with it. So, this morning, I don't. Very rough.
Yeah, mine dries naturally. I comb it and that's it. But it was more, look, see, and this is one of the reasons why I do tend to keep my hair just that. Well, it is the reason why I'm keeping it longer, because family and friends, you love the curls.
Yeah.
Over many years, I've had to battle them. And it's also the raising the arms and trying to do something with it, brush it, the washing of it, and all the rest. When it's so long, it gets really tiring. And it's, the work and effort you put into something to just do that. And then the next thing was, Sharon, bless her, she's excellent at makeup and doing all that sort of wonderful stuff. I'm just not along the same line, makeup and that. And I'm sort of thinking, do I put it on? And then I looked in the mirror and thought, all those, I mean, I don't know how many others out there do it, but, the tweezering, when I have time, I have waxing. When I'm close enough to Shaz, I get waxed, and all of this little light stuff's there. But as I'm thinking, do I put makeup on that? No, got to hurry up and go and pluck, 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 pluck. Get all the little stiff ones out that don't come out with wax, really, black hair, all that stuff. Yeah. How much blokes don't know that we do as women to do.
That's what I raced to Adelaide this morning for a laser on my chin, and my husband's laying in bed just on the phone, and I'm like, it'd be nice.
How much work? How much work it is, isn't it? So, I'm not going to bother putting the makeup on, because that shows on the little light stuff that I hadn't had time, because I'm here. I'm here now, and you're not looking at my face anyway. Oh, well, you're not.
Well, we are, but we're listening at the same time. It's an overall picture. Yeah. I love it. So,
it really did bring me to that thinking of, hair. Why do we have it? The hormones do havoc with it as far as growth and everything. Isn't it one of the things that actually keeps growing after you pass on?
I'm not too sure. I haven't asked Spirit that one. I must have that conversation and find out. It is very possible. So guys, just moving the mic a bit closer.
I think that's one of the things that I've read, that the hair and the fingernails keep growing. My hands are shocking too, but it doesn't matter. It looks like Shaz is going to a client, and just showing up this comments, because Natasha, she's going to be doing some art course, rock art painting. That's really exciting. What to do?
That sounds interesting.
Yeah. So I would say that might be a question that she's asking as far as what you might see in that one there for her, Leanne, or myself.
Yeah,
I'll put it up again and see what that's, and you can read it and see if there's anything you can feel with that one.
Rock art painting. I haven't heard of that one before. That's different. Sounds interesting.
Oh,
you have to send us a photo. Yeah. I want to say just start painting and see where it takes you, because I get let the expression out through the artwork with that side, the creative side. So I'm drawn to colours with that. So I want to say incorporate as many colours as possible with that as well at the moment, which will be perfect with what's going on in the universe. I think we need that light, that colour.
Yeah. So I think too, with the follow-up that Natasha has just said there, as far as she is the artist doing it with the elderly, it really does. For me, it's just seeing the flow. It's almost like a river. Just let the energy flow through what you're doing with them as well, because they'll guide you a bit too as to what they're actually capable of, as far as hand movements and things.
That's it. And what a beautiful way to help the elderly move that energy to express themselves, because we don't think about that sort of thing when people get older and we become more slower. Are you right for a sec, Roz, while I grab that? That's probably a parcel. Yeah. It's my doorbell.
Yes.
I can say sorry.
Well, that's exciting. Oh, that's rather cute. I might just drop Leanne's video down there while she's dealing with that. Yeah, so that's a great way of helping out it. Well, actually, the connection yourself to Natasha with the elderly in being able to do that. Now, one of the things that I've tried setting up this morning as well, which I probably didn't have at the right spot last week, was, and I've got to bring this up to there and see if that goes right, is setting up where a card sits so that it's not wobbly. And this is the one that I actually picked this morning just to try it out. So I'm just going to take that as what the card might be for your energy today, being part of this group. Oh, hi, Michelle. Oh, and Shaz has put a message there too. No, I wax for a living, so you have body hair for me to wax. I'll just do a little plug. Shaz is actually in Strathalbyn, so anyone close enough that would like to be waxed, she's your girl. So thought I'd put that there. So with the setup, it looks like it's working all right. I had a bit of fiddling around to do, and it might improve next week. It depends what sort of time I actually get to do in between clients, myself, and other things that I'm doing, like clearing a house out and putting on buy-sell swap sites. It's been a bit of that happening too at the moment. So as you're looking into the 10 card and the destiny, that in numerology actually equates to being a 1. So it's another cycle of what's happening in front for you. Anyone in this group or anyone who's watching the replay, you're taking from these cards as you're actually reading them for yourself what actually means most to you. So that with this, I've got to sort of look over my phone that's sitting. It's actually over there, whichever way it is there. And that's why I'm looking that way, because I've got to look over top just to see what's actually in the card. And it is pretty much not just even an arc, because as you're seeing the start of the lady, the woman who is there with that pose, that's where my eye is going first, is actually to where she's holding on and I don't know whether I can point to it, that part there. No, that's a bit too hard, and I might unsettle my stuff. Around that pen, and it's the heart space that she's holding, and really I'm feeling the energy in that of looking within and actually being able to see for yourself that inner beingness and sorting out, I suppose, gaining more clarity around what your destiny is. So it's the start of that cycle because of the one factor. So, hi, Michelle and Melissa. So as you see her moving from that upright, it does go around more in the cycle of moving around into that shadow part, because you might just be able to see under there, and I don't know whether my finger's there, the shadows there of her, like a silhouette, and that's more of the shadow inner work that I'm feeling that needs to be done. What you might see in there is not just the bright light, it is that reflection almost of what is at the base and what's connecting through to Mother Earth as well. That's my interpretation of it. What you need to do is see for yourself, like take that first gut instinct, feel your own intuition of what that's speaking to you about and what it actually means for you. So for me, it really is that going the full cycle and continuing to stay connected, because her hands don't move from that, they're still at her heart center as she moves around on that card. So you're getting that feel of a cycle of learning about yourself and understanding further as it's moving around, whichever way you go. I'm not sure which way it shows up on here. So the cards that I'm actually using too, it is still the, helps if I put it up the right way, the Psychic Tarot Oracle deck. So it is one of my favourites. The other one that I really enjoy is the Gilded Tarot, which at the moment they're probably still in storage or somewhere in the house that I haven't found yet. There's still a fair bit that's a little disorganised and going to be sorted at some point soon. Anyway, so as you're looking at that card, just take in for yourself what it actually means for you, whether the pink is significant for you as well. The colours that I'm wearing today, I'm trying to show them. And this is a little bit for my sister as well, because she loves scarves. These are just a set that I've got that I like to use in my healing sessions. And the pink, of course, and a green. On my screen, it's not quite looking like a clear pink, clear green, but when I look at the replay, it probably is. They are significant for the heart chakra, for those of you who know the energy system and the chakras, so that either or will still be putting out the energy colours for the heart chakra and that love and self-love and caring, whatever the heart means for you. I mean, that's where it comes from. And there you go. I'll just place that up there too. Can I place the comments while? Oh, yeah, I can. So that's my sister again. She loves the scarves. And, yeah, so Michelle herself has also commented that too. So anything that we do affects the heart. And that's also what I think is coming out with the card that we've got today. I might just show it a bit bigger so that you can have a bit clearer view of it, hopefully, which is probably what I should have done in the first place. So as you can see, and in that background, what my eye went to as well just then as I'm looking at it, it is that, now I can't remember what that's called. Oh, it's just so totally gone from my mind. Tree of Life pattern, or someone might be able to help me here that's already in the audience. I'm just going back down in some of these comments just to see if I've missed anything that needed to be answered to there. So No. Oh, that's all right then. Now, Leanne still isn't back at the moment yet. So obviously the parcel's a big one. Yeah. So it is the Flower of Life. Thanks, Michelle. So I thought it was that. And so from what we can see further in there, my eye is, I suppose, destiny, the actual name of it. What do you consider to be your destiny? Is it something that you feel that you're actually, now I've just got to, I'm just putting that back up again. Yeah, that's right. Is it something that you feel is your absolute purpose in life, or is it something that you actually have control over? Is it something that you feel is totally out of your control and that, you just let it go and take life as the ride that it is? I'm just bringing Leanne back in. She is here, and I'm hopefully she's ready to be on screen again.
Oh, I'm so sorry about that. I love the way you're talking about control. My neighbour just knocked on the door. They're elderly. They're in their 80s. And he's locked himself out of his car and home. So it's like I've just rung the RAO for him.
Dear.
He didn't want to put me out. He didn't want to come inside and wait.
And there's another way of helping the elderly, isn't it?
Yes. The thing is, he doesn't talk very good English, so it was like I can't just say we're fine.
Yeah.
Oh, love. But he's good now.
So there you go. Yeah.
I've done my deed for the day.
That's good. I'm just wondering, Leanne, can you actually see the card that I have there, or do you have to look on wherever the second screen is on your computer?
I can see the top of the of the card, number 10, and from the bust up of the lady in the middle. So I can see that bit.
The bust up. Oh, that's interesting. I'm wondering how come. So can you see it better when it is the full screen? I've just got it on solo for the audience again.
Yeah.
Like as in the single card is sitting there. Can you see that better there, doing it that way?
I can only see maybe a third of the card,
Still
just a bit over.
The bust up. Oh,
yeah.
That's interesting.
So let me just look from the the live thing on My Time TV.
Yeah.
On the
bit of an experimenting happening here for the audience. Okay. So this is. Yeah. And the other thing I forgot to do was say, share if you think other people would be interested to watch the show. And I think that's over there. Oh, look, I've got to put myself back on we do the 3. Yeah, that's over that side. Yeah. Or somewhere there. But share and invite others to view if you like, or even send them a link later for the recording if you think it's worthy. I just have fun doing it and setting this up, and it really is still a bit of experimentation on my part because new it is. The title was number 5, isn't it? We've done 5 now. This is the 5th one.
Probably would be because last week I had to leave you on your own with my sick child.
Yes, hopefully she's good now.
Well, they thought it was appendicitis, and we had to go back for a second opinion, and then they decided it was viral. And today she's going, Mum, I think I'm getting tonsillitis. I'm like, go to school, child. Don't bring me if she's not up to it. She does try to get out of school a little bit, so I wasn't going to play into that today. I didn't have time.
That's one thing I thoroughly enjoyed with school. I didn't want to miss out, really, because it's also the social aspect of meeting up with friends. When you're on a farm, it made a bit of difference. Yeah.
So you're limited a little bit.
Yeah, and dairy farming too at that time. It was intense, as in you pretty much didn't have much of a social life like children do these days. It's a huge difference from what those gaps were. So, yeah.
Exactly. And I can't get the card to come up, Roz.
No, that's all right.
Just stuck on a picture of you and I, but It's not
so
moving either.
that's obviously something to do with the back end of BeLive or something. Maybe because you're a guest, I don't know. So anyway, that card I probably finished with in what my description was, and I had it on, I think, long enough for others to see. Whoops, so I'm just going to drop that one now, and if needed, I'm just whacking up another one for an in case. And it could be the next one that there's an answer there. Whoops, sorry. I'm hoping it actually is set up right. It's not quite. Let's see if it's, I bumped it a bit, but you should be able to see that one. This one, I'm just going to put up Melissa's. I've just noticed a question, Leanne, in the comment stream that we see. Melissa's wanting to know if she's got anything to worry about regarding her love life. So
okay, honey.
I'm going to just drop this down until I sort out the card, and if you'd like to add what you've got with it.
Yeah, okay. Hannah, I get the reference to you've had that roller coaster sort of thing. I do feel that things are evening out in your relationship, but I also get the reference to it's kind of like you're putting the blocks there as well. So I'm going to say try to get out of your own head a little bit and not overthink things, because I'm going to say put the trust in yourself and in your partner, and then that will flow, because I just get at the moment with things going on and what you've been through recently, you're still holding on to that unsettled energy, okay? The energy of the universe is settling at the moment and bringing in change. So I want to say try to let go of the structure and go with the flow and just open yourself up, and you will find that your partner will react to that and do the same thing as well with that. So at the moment, no, I do not feel that there's anything to be worried about. It's just finding that happy medium at the moment in the relationship with that. So getting past the energy that has been quite unsettled recently. Okay. So yeah, just trust and open yourself up, hun. No, because we do put the blocks there at the same time. So
yes, we can do. And this is the card that I've just put up that sort of fell out of the pile as I was looking at your comment there, Melissa. So obstacles and challenges, it doesn't mean that it's going to be anything insurmountable. It is that, you know, like Leanne said, it's not always smooth sailing, and there's sometimes work to be done. I'm just looking at that myself and what I'm seeing, and it's not with looking at the card really closely, it's the energy around it I'm seeing, especially in those little orb things, whatever they are. For this instance that I'm looking at it, I'm seeing the orbs, and there's always assistance with you. So sometimes in photos, when you see photographic material, you can see little what look like bubbles that are actually spirit orbs, and that's what I'm just feeling from that card for you, that there is always help around you. You just need to ask when needing that little extra to get through stuff. And it's any relationship has stuff. So, yeah, as Leanne said, I don't know that I don't feel that it's the, you know, anything to be worried about either.
yeah.
Now, how do I get that? I can drop that back down. And we have the two of us, don't we? Is that right? Yes. Got it back again.
You're landing, right? You're doing well. How are you getting there?
It is taking a bit. I'm looking at it and thinking, oh, yeah, it's working out. So, oh, yeah, Michelle's just commented there too. They can see the card. And Francine. Hi, Francine, as well.
Hey, Michelle. Hi, Francine.
So you can see the comments as well there, Leanne?
On my second page, on my second screen, I can, because I've got the Facebook page open.
Oh, right. Yep.
The picture's rather broken up and delayed, but I can see the comments through the post on My Time TV.
Yeah, so it shows up on that. Yeah, it does show up on there. I still, obviously, when we started, I couldn't figure out how to mute that thing properly. It just it didn't work real well for me. So,
Yeah. So whether it's turning the volume of your computer down or the what do you call it? The speaker button on the actual screen of the live post. That's what I've done. I've just muted it there.
Yeah, it was one of the things that I found really with the mobile phone. I couldn't find a button to mute it. So that's going to be a learning curve for me in the coming week before we do next week.
It should be clicking on the post, Ros, where you've got the live feed. You click on the picture and the mic should come up on the bottom on your mobile phone.
No, it didn't.
Okay.
As I'm on my mobile phone itself, I just couldn't see that. I'm just going to do yours solo, Leanne. I'll just put these comments up too from Melissa as responses. Just saw them. And I'll do solo so that it's you, Leanne, because I want to change this card over. And I don't want to be seen leaning.
We can see, I can see you. Okay, cool. So thank you, Leanne. Spot on. It's been a roller coaster, and I'm hoping it's going on the right path now and smooth sailing for us both. Honey, I do feel that it is heading in the right direction. And, it's not just you in your relationship, hon. It's a lot of people that are really feeling it. I'm finding with a lot of my clients at the moment and myself, I'm either on that higher spectrum of being in a good place and everything's flowing well, where I've done the hard work in the past, just recently in the past, but others are at the other end. They're either on that higher level or they're on that low down, being challenged, finding things very frustrating. Mental health is coming more to the focus with people in that situation at the moment. So I'm going to say it's either testing you extremely or it's putting you on that in that good place at the moment. So it's just allowing the energy to flow and just allow things to move without fighting it, and things will fall into place. Okay.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah. So, and I've just managed to line up the next card. It's just I've noticed that Francine has put up about the retrograde. Now, I have a funny feeling the Mercury retrograde's gone back to direct.
Yeah, I know.
I'm not 100% sure of which other ones have gone back to direct either. Because
I think we're on the cusp of a change or something at the moment by memory, but I know all the eclipse season and stuff has finished for now. So it's, and all that stuff does take a toll on our body and affects us. So Francis says it's been a roller coaster here too. Yeah. And it's just acknowledging it.
Yeah. And that's why, like with this card, I'm actually showing the solitude card, Leanne. I'm not sure. Can you see that? You can see that. I
can on my second screen. Yeah.
I'm going to have to sort out the second screen idea. My desk is only so big, but I'll work it out. Yeah. So I'm actually looking. Oh, good. I've just got the card on the screen, haven't I? I think too. What's your impressions around that card?
I'm being drawn very much to your journey is written out. Follow that side of it. So to me, it's all laid out in front of you. It's just allowing the time to flow with that side of it. So I want to say focusing on what you want at the moment and manifesting in that. And actually, that's something I did read a couple of days ago. We are in a period at the moment that is very heightened to manifest what we wanted, what we're wanting. So have that clear picture of what you're working towards and focus on that rather than bringing in all the havoc, the drama, because while we're stuck in that energy, you keep manifesting that. All right. So the universe, with everything that has been going on with the eclipses, the retrograde and everything else, is very open at the moment to manifest what you're working on. So or what you're focusing on. So put the planning into place. Start working on that.
And I think too, when you mentioned that, things are written out. Things have been planned for us as well. I think that's where it's connecting in with that destiny card being the 10, but, numerology-wise, it's the 1. It's this one being the 9 is also part of a completion of what we have happen in a, whether it's a project or whether it's a plan or whether it's a section of life, whether we're going through menopause. So it's completion of that fertile period into the more infertile period, but freedom in other ways in life. So I like that comment. That's lovely, Michelle. I do like that one. It's, life is a choose your own adventure book.
Yeah, and we can make it what we want it, It's there. We can focus on it and then heighten it, or we can get a fraction off path and come back onto it. So
and I think too, for a comment that I like, there was a train of thought going in a comment that I made to a friend on the Facebook stream, and it was someone had posted up a photo of what was it? It was a cloud, but the comment that was on there with this photo was, about dogs. And all I saw was Falcor. If any of you remember watching the Never-Ending Story and seeing that flying dog, Falcor. I'm pretty sure his name was Falcor.
I think it was. I'm thinking, who's Falcor? But yeah, that rings.
Yeah. It's a white dog, and this cloud just so looked like Falcor out of the Never-Ending Story to me, because it was actually a really meaningful movie to me when my kids were small, because it was when my lot were quite young. And I've watched it many times. And so I'm pretty sure it's Falcor, and it's just that the Never-Ending Story part of it, and why that 1 to 9, our system of numerology and the wheel of life and the flower of life and all these things that interconnect. Am I going clockwise or anti-clockwise here?
Anti.
It's backwards.
The other way.
Because that to me is anti-clockwise the way I'm looking at it. How I'm doing it.
That's clockwise to us. And
so it just really meant something to me to see this Falcor that was there, and it really is the Never-Ending Story. And that card has a book of a story sitting there, as Michelle mentioned, the adventure in a book.
That's it. So, exactly. Yeah. Beautiful.
So, So, well, I think I've got to the end of the comments of questions. So I really need for what we do with this, we need to sort of share it out a bit more, just so there is a bit more interaction if you want some questions answered intuitively or psychically or mediumshiply. It's all only names, but it's the same thing. We do receive messages and communications through whatever means. Leanne, of course, is a psychic medium. I still struggle to call myself that, but I do.
You need to own it, Roz.
So I know I do. But it takes a bit of time. I still feel too new at it, like a baby. But
it's just becoming comfortable.
Becoming
comfortable in your own skin. I'm just sharing the Facebook page to my page, because I don't think when you set it up, you linked into my page. So,
there's a lot of things wrong with it. I created a new event on My Time TV, and I don't think I linked that properly either. I deleted one other. I like the pictures that I've been able to put on an event created in mytimetv.live.
Yep, they've changed that. You've got the whole screen now rather than the little circle, which is good.
Really? Oh, I'm going to have to get to know me, because it's all learning stuff. I'm still trying to learn it. I'm going to put you solo so people don't watch me going across the screen and going funny with this.
Yeah, beautiful.
I have pulled another card for anyone that might be interested in this one, or it speaks to them.
Wonderful.
I'm only trying this out because I've managed to set up my thing that looks reasonably okay.
So basically, you've set yourself up on your mobile and you've dialed in as another guest
Yes.
to be able to show your camera.
Yes.
That's beautiful. That's a good
so
idea.
if I go like that, and I'm just trying to, see, I've just
a little
bumped
bit
the
to the
camera
right.
a little bit.
Go a bit to the
And
left
this
with
is-
the card.
And this is where it's hard to gauge where actually is my board. So I'll show it to you. There's a board, right? Paperclip on it like this. And as you can see, there's the edge there of my desk. And it luckily has a ledge there that I can prop that on and find the sweet spot, which now I've lost.
Look how clever you are.
Yes. Anyone who's interested in connecting in to a live show with BeLive.tv, it is an app that you can download onto your phone. So it's BeLive.tv. You download that, and when someone sends you a guest link, which is what I did, I just clicked on the link that I'd sent to Leanne in her messenger. I clicked on that, and it opened my BeLive app, and I could just hit the enter as guest when it was time to bring it in. That much I think I've done right.
And the good thing with this, you can have 4 people on screen, so you can actually have your own little meetings, whether it's broadcasted or it's private. We also go through My Time TV Live, which also has a lot of different, I think it's mainly women at the moment on there, in there broadcasting. Sharing their gifts
on the My Life TV, it does seem to be that.
Yeah,
I think Roy with Moon and Mist.
Sorry, Roy.
He does. He does his. Now I'm just trying to fiddle with this. Is that about right without too much light reflection?
Yeah, it doesn't look too bad from here. My page on my second screen, the picture has gone a bit haywire. I've got lots of pretty rainbow colours in it.
Oh, rainbows are good. A beautiful creation in the sky.
I did say we need more colour in our life lately, so here I am with black and white stripes.
Well, I mean, I'm only wearing black under the 2 scarves. It's just so it shows up. And I did want that heart energy in here, in the room, in what we're broadcasting. It's, just to have a bit more of that balance and taking the breaths, as Paula Dutch, her card showed me the other night, Sunday night. Lovely one to connect with as well as alive. There's all good energy in what we do when that's what our intention is to put out, and the intention has been deliberate to put out a heart-loving energy for today.
Yeah.
And, Shaz is back. So it's not straight in the window. No, it's not, Shaz, but that's where I'm at the moment. I presume that you are referring to the card. Yes, and Michelle has put on, life is learning. It really is.
Oh, it certainly is. We never stop learning. We're never too old to continually learn. So it's just going with the flow. And I think at the moment it's more about being in that positive headspace too.
Yeah. And we do have the choice of being, as our conscious beings, we have the choice of choosing what perspective we're looking at things and what attitude we're going to have. We don't have to react. We can choose to act in more positive ways. That's my belief. Yeah. And I've just put up Michelle's, can I ask anything for me? Just as a reminder for anyone, I mean, we do sort of ask it to be a bit more specific, but because I've noticed this and that card there is, or like that card is already there. No, pointing the wrong way.
That way, yep.
I've put that up there. So I'm just going to take that as possibly this might mean something to you, Michelle. So
Michelle, I see orgonites around you, honey.
Seeing what? Sorry, I talked over.
I see lots of beautiful organites around you, honey. Michelle makes the beautiful organites as well, so you can certainly check out Michelle Pratt's Facebook page if you're like organites, and they're really good to help with the energy flow and stuff like that as well. But I do feel that things are picking up around you, honey. I get the energy is getting more busier, more hectic around you coming into this last part of the year with that side of it. So I want to say give it another probably 4 to 6 weeks. I do feel that things are going to get more hectic, and it's important to find that balance in life as well with that. But I want to say things are picking up. It feels good. Change is coming. So, okay.
Yes.
Did you have anything to add to that, Ros?
Because I'm sort of having to look up and over at the cards, it makes it a little bit difficult when there's, the 3 little screens there. Yeah. So I'm just going to put that card on solo so that I'm not being seen looking at the card. Yeah, look, it's what came straight away is just the connection. You can see where he's just seeming to touch that wall. It's the connection with whatever is there as that looks like the paintings on walls of hieroglyphs and stuff in past history and the rest, and how it's brought forward to where he is at the moment. But that light just stepping, as he's stepping forward, there is still light there in that candle, whether it's a spiritual one or whether it's a physical one, it doesn't really matter. It's going to be lit up so that there's the learning from it. And as you've already said, yes, life is learning. So
yeah,
that's what I'm getting from that. And we can go back to that, and I can probably drop that one out because I think it's actually served its purpose. Are we seeing anything else or not?
No, not on that one, hun. Yep. Actually, Teresa's comment caught my eye. If you can see that.
Up to there.
Teresa Tripode. It's only just come through on the Facebook, so it wouldn't be too far.
One of the things to remember is the back end of this does tend to have a little bit of a time delay.
Yeah.
There.
So,
yep.
So
that one
I have 2 relationships. Yeah. That are being tested at the moment, and I would really like to know if they will be repaired, or is it going to stay the same as it is at the moment? Okay. I get the feeling that they're being tested for a reason, and I do feel that you have outgrown one of those relationships at the moment. So to me, I do feel one will be repaired, but not in the same way that you've had that connection with that person in the past or leading up to now. So to me, it's the feeling that change is good though, hun, because I do feel that one of those relationships is holding you back at the moment. It's not sustaining you in the way that you need it on that soul level. So to me, I get the feeling that the growth is good. As hard as it is to let go of that relationship, I do feel that relationship you were putting more into it than what you were getting back. So it's kind of like people come in our lives for a reason. They serve their purpose. Some stay longer, some will stay for your whole lifetime, but others will serve a short period of time that they bring things into your life and then they move on, okay? I've had plenty of people like that, and we grow in different ways. So some of us will sort of grow in that same space and that same period of time, and others will sort of touch base and go in a different direction. So I get the feeling one of those relationships, honey, is very much on that pathway. Okay. The other is can be healed, but probably not to the same degree as what it has served in the past. All right. Did you pick up on anything with that, Ros, as well?
I had, as I was actually showing it up on the screen, I actually felt it falling away. As in, yes, that there was definitely going to be some changes, and one was needing to fall away. That saying that's, for a season, reason, season, lifetime, that 3-pronged saying. That seemed to be what came to the back of the mind, but it just felt like a falling away, and it was almost like it was a natural attrition rather than, having to choose. So,
and sometimes it's important just to take a moment and reflect on that relationship and look what it's brought into your life and give gratitude for it. So you're letting that energy go with a good blessing as well.
Yeah. And that's one I just noticed that was further down. Not needing much. It's a good specific question.
Yeah. Hi, ladies. Just wondering if you can see anything regarding the change of me and my partner having children anytime soon. We have been trying for a while with no luck at this stage. Okay. I get there's fear there. As much as you and your partner want a child, I still feel that one of you is holding on to a little bit of fear of the unknown. So I get the reference to opening up the heart. Who's got the mothering issues there, I wonder? Okay, because that part, the reproductive side of it, is also about issues around the mothering sort of side of it. So whether it's to do with the past and insecurities around either for your own mother or to be a mother in that sense. But I do feel that a child will come. I would suggest maybe even see somebody just to have a chakra balance as well, because I do feel that her root chakra is a little bit out of balance at the same time. So, we can do that ourselves, see ourselves lining up our energy, our chakras and rebalancing them, but also see that positive pregnancy test coming in, see your child being put in your hands happy and healthy. We can manifest that rather than focusing on, oh, it hasn't happened again this month. I totally understand that energy. I struggled with fertility myself, and it took me a couple of years to have it, well, probably about 3 years to have my first child, and then struggled to have my second as well. But we get stuck in that negative mindset and we start doubting ourselves and thinking, oh God, it didn't happen again this month. Is it ever going to happen? So see yourself having that child, help manifest it. All right. But yes, I do see a child coming for you guys with that. Yeah.
It's something too that it just crossed my mind, and not just to push my own barrow in the modalities that I do, the thing, therapies, modalities, whatever, healings. You can have success using hypnotherapy, because I know it's occurred with 2 clients that I've had in the past. One was an IVF client. She was undergoing IVF and was successful after doing the hypnotherapy, and she had a previous experience of using the hypno, and that was something that got her, actually that was aligning her body to be able to receive the embryo in full health and all the rest that we worked on there. But it's also getting past that inner fear that you don't know you've got to. Leanne mentioning around fear. It's something you can go to a therapist for and get them to help you do self-hypnosis around fear and anxiety. Just something worth mentioning, because we have so many different ways that we can use to help us through things to gain what we want. As a result.
And so I quite often say to people, make it about the connection between you and your partner, not the idea of, oh, we've got to do this to get pregnant. It's more about making it about the connection of the 2 energies coming together. Have fun with it. Play with it, sort of thing. Yeah. So I've got to be careful how I put that, don't I? I did say to one lady, be like kids in a playground, and she informed me a couple of months later that they went out into the playground and had fun, and I'm like, no, that was taking too literal. but it was. They had fun. They've got a story to tell.
Part of it. Yeah. I mean, that's part of getting back to where our source is, though, isn't it? As if children, with the innocent energy. Yeah.
Yep.
So
That's
why
it.
not?
Let the inner child come out and play. Have some fun, be creative, and have a story to tell your child in 20 years' time.
Yes. Yes. So true.
Love it. Yeah.
This is the next one, I think, that I've found that we haven't answered as a question. Thanks for doing the sharing too, to your friends and that, to have others come on for questions. So
that's okay. We need to set that link up prior, but we can work on that.
Yeah.
It was a bit rushed this morning. Jess, hi ladies. I have a close friend waiting on a blood test for testicular cancer. Do you feel it will come back positive or negative? Okay. I'm being drawn more to positive with that, but I do feel that caught early in that
and
side.
treatable.
Yeah, I do feel that it won't take much to get on top of with that side of it. But I want to say your friend this has come up in the timing at the moment, because I feel like it's about taking a step back and looking at what's going on in his life at the moment. So it's about the timing with that side of it. I quite often find in my own life, when my own health comes up, it's spirit's forcing me to take that step back, take that breath, look at the bigger picture, and refocus on what direction I'm heading in. So I do feel that it will be okay. All right. So I send healing to your friend, honey.
Yes,
he
I
has
felt
2
the
lumps
same,
and he's only 24. Yeah, I get he's got such a big heart. He's a very kind-hearted energy. I'm just sort of reading on the other screen. It says he has 2 lumps. He is only 24. Okay, so so to me, it's that feeling. It's pulling him up for a reason. So whether it's just about changing direction, looking at the way he's going about it, but I think he will help others and make a difference through his own experience. Okay. It's not a death sentence is the reference I got. And I think whether that's something he's very much in his own head, just the way that Spirit come in and said that seemed a little bit harsh, but I just get the reference to it's not a death sentence for him. Okay. Katie.
Yeah, I have put the next one up. I have noticed there's quite a list now, isn't there?
I can see it moving out the corner.
Yeah, and I don't know what sort of time you've got. What sort of time I've got.
I know my next appointment. Yep, it's 11:28 already. I know my next appointment's at 12. That's right. It's only 10 minutes away.
So we might have 1 or 2 more answers for these and wrap it. So I'll
can you give me a reading from my loved ones have passed on to Spirit world, please? Did you want to go at that one, Roz, first?
No.
I put her under pressure there, Katie.
I know, I'm passing it back, and that's purely and simply because you know how I mentioned the baby in arms as far as the psychic mediumship goes. The mediumship's the one that I'm not as confident with, and I think, no, I'm going to pass it today because I've had too much stress already.
And I had that feeling, but I just thought I'd sneak that in and just test the waters a little, put you on the spot. That's okay.
Well, it just means that psychics, mediums, we're all human. So, I'm
and that's the thing.
And I'll
if
get
we're not
to
connecting with it,
this one,
that's it.
Not at the moment. Not being too blunt, but thank you, Leanne.
No, that's okay. So, Katie, I get a female energy around you, and I feel like I got a grandmother figure that is stepping in. She is making me feel like I'm looking at the chest, the heart, so the heart, the lungs, the upper stomach area. As I connect with her energy, I get a burning sensation to the top of my own stomach with that side of it. So to me, I feel there was health issues prior to her passing. Her energy is really sweet and loving, soft energy with that. She has her hand on her heart, which is my sign for love and pride for yourself, honey. So I do feel she is very strong around you. She is very much proud of the changes that you have made in your life just recently as well. But she is making reference to look at what's being put in front of you at the moment. So to me, I get the feeling there are opportunities there that she's wanting you to take the time to acknowledge as well with that. So whether it's about focusing a little bit more on your life and the direction you're heading rather than giving so much energy out to others, she just makes reference to it now needs to be about you with that. Okay. I do feel there is a significant piece of jewelry for her that mum may have with that side of it. I'm playing with my hand and I just noticed I've taken my ring off and so I want to say it's probably more a ring for her with that. So I hear the number 7 coming from her. So I do feel that 7 is significant. So whether she's been gone 7 years or on the 7th or July was the passing, but I feel that I'm looking around time period with her with that. Okay, so I'll leave you with that, hun. Hey, Adair. Just noticed that Adair's come on saying hi, girls.
Oh, great, because I can't see that. I'm still back with some of these other comments. Glad you're keeping track of that one. So I'll put this one up because I think the card that I've got sitting there at the moment probably is forecast. And it's to do with wanting if moving back up north regarding her career, jobs, romantic relationships. I think it's more to do with the physical, as in the abundance, the change. That one is, its number being 5, it's sort of in the middle way. So there's different, and what that's showing to me as a card with what question you've asked is basically the different pathways and choices with those lines that are running through it, which I'll put that up as solo now and take your comment down. Those different lines and choices, it's reflective of a bit of a palmistry feel to it as well. And, being the financial and changes, material changes, I am feeling a positive towards you moving north for that purpose of your career and working up there. So take what your eye goes to first with this card, the picture of the card, feel what the energy is saying to you, and what are you getting from that, or from this, your guides as well too. Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry, guys. I'm just looking at the other screen so I can see the card better. I get the reference to, I'm being drawn to all the different divisions in the card. So to me, it's the feeling that they're all in hand's reach. They're all coming together with that side of it. So to me, each sort of piece looks at different parts of your life, but it is pretty much coming all into one. So I feel the move north is positive and it's got a lot of growth around it as well. Okay, I kind of feel quite excited about it. So to me, that excitement is building. It may feel like a nervous energy to you, but that's going to keep you grounded. So, which is a good thing because it keeps our feet firmly on the ground. Okay, so all the best, honey, with that one.
Great. Now, I'm not sure, did we answer one for Katie? I think we might have done.
Yeah, that was the grandmother figure coming in.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. And I'll drop down that card because that was for the other one. Oops,
I agree, Sharon.
So I had to put that up there. And I should be saying, you got to. Well, I'm not pushing. But well, sometimes I do as I'm told. Sometimes.
Sometimes. I can admit to that one. Yes, sometimes she does.
Yeah. And this is another, I'm not too sure, big block land with the next few years. I mean, that's a specific, I'm sort of feeling there's a yes with that one.
Yeah, I did too without reading the question.
Yeah.
Yes, honey.
So hopefully that'll be, I'm not sure what I got just then. Something was there.
What was the feeling?
That's why for me it's still sort of early days in how I'm getting things. I felt an interruption. There was something that sort of moved across that sense, and it was too fast, which is a bummer because I'd have liked to have said
So ask them to bring the message back in a clearer way that you can connect with.
Look, I think it was, as far as the finances, being able to do it financially and the rest, it's going to be a comfortable move. Yeah. I think it was probably the money going through easily, and that's why I missed it.
And I feel like I've got the 2 to 3 reference. I want to say look at or focus more on that in 2 to 3 years. So working towards that now and manifesting it, but it coming more to the forefront in 2 to 3 years with that.
Good. Yep. Okay. And since we're close to being out of time, this one looks like it's pretty much a yes and a no. I'm feeling a yes, but what are you feeling there if you're reading the question?
When will we get through? Thank you in advance. Yes. It's funny because I'm reading the word advance, but I'm saying abundance. So, yes, I do feel it will, honey. Yeah, abundance is being put in front of you.
So thanks for that question, Jenny. And here's one from Lauren. It's just a quick one as well. If I'll click the show properly. So
Lauren, is our family complete? Are we done having children? I get one more. I get a cheeky energy. I get one more.
Yeah. I was getting more. I didn't have a number with that one. So no, that one we've done. I think we probably need to.
Base, Adair is just saying, and I think it's to do with the lady with the car loan. Tell her to read the fine print. So look at your contract, your loan papers, honey. Yeah. Thank you, Adair.
Thank you. Because it's still quite a lot of comments that I've missed yet. Doing the back end of it, really, it does take a bit. And also sometimes there is the repeat that some are commenting. So I'm wondering, have we answered that? Have we answered that? So I'm still getting used to that. I'll just do this one quickly as I'm moving up, and then we better give it a wrap because, yes, clients away. and we are working women.
Yeah, and I've got to go and flick paint. It's my day off today, and I've been running around like a goose. What does that say? A turkey with its head cut off.
The chook with its head cut off.
That's it. So a bit more pain to go today, and then I'm in good order. So to speak. Heather, hi Leanne, do you see me and my hubby conceiving by the end of the year? Yes, honey, I do. With see that connection, feel that connection between the two of you, and open your hearts to I just get the reference to a yes with that. Okay, so I wouldn't be surprised if there's something already in the making. The body's working its way towards that, preparing itself.
As we do beautifully.
Creation. Exactly. Creating. I love it. Yeah. We need to do this more often, Roz. Oops. I don't know if I've frozen or you have, Roz. Hello. Hey, Roz. Roz is frozen, Leanne. Okay, thanks, Cassie. Yeah, I'm not too sure there what's happened with the internet connection with that side of it, but I'm sure it should kick in a moment. So I presume you guys can hear me, sort of thing. So I noticed on my other screen that the internet is frozen at the same time. So Roz is obviously come out of it. All right, guys. Well, if you can hear me and this is still going, we will actually say goodbye for now. And you can certainly catch us on live again next Tuesday at 10:30. Keep hitting the share button and share with others as well with that. Invite your friends and family to join in. I'm sure Ros will probably be on some other time. Adele's just saying at least she's smiling and doesn't look drunk. Love out loud, exactly, Adele. I love it. I love way that Spirit play with us in that way. So I think she might be coming back in, unless I've just been put back down into the lobby. All right, guys, we will say goodbye and leave it there because we have gone over time. Oh, she's back. Hello.
Yeah, it just went, it froze. My end froze. I had to refresh the screen. There was no response anywhere. I kept talking, but I had to refresh the screen. So
okay. Well, I thought it was me frozen until I could see people's comments saying you were frozen. But Adair did make a point. You were smiling. You didn't look drunk. So.
Oh, that's wonderful. Thank you.
It's usually the weirdo.
Good finish. We can sometimes get caught out.
Yeah.
So thank you, everybody. And I'll end the broadcast now properly.
Yeah.
Bye.
All right. See you all. We'll see you next week.